Yo, one of the best conspiracy YouTubers just dropped a new video, so you know I had to hop on it. Pause. In today's video, he's talking about Cocoa Puffs, which by far is one of the most mid. Like honestly, if Cocoa Puffs was your favorite cereal growing up as a kid, or even more biological, if it's still your favorite cereal till this day, I honestly, like, I literally don't know what to tell you. You literally have to be Cocoa. You have to be Cuckoo, bro. Like, that's literally why their catchphrase is Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, because you have to be fucking insane to think that this cereal is not only edible, but fucking good. All right, so first of all, let's just get straight to it, bro. Honestly, I have not watched any of this, so I have no idea how we're going to make a conspiracy about Cocoa Puffs, but let's get straight to it. Yo, who remembers these commercials, bro? Bro, we're back in 2005. Yo, it's about to go crazy.
I've always thought there was something strange about Cocoa Puff commercials. Most kids' cereal commercials are pretty straightforward. There's a fun, wacky mascot character who wants a certain type of cereal and has to overcome some kind of obstacle to get it.
Hand over those delicious Lucky Charms! Silly rabbit!
Bro, this is like bringing me back straight 2008. This is all nostalgic, like Nickelodeon commercials, bro. Let's get it.
Except for kids!
It's pretty basic stuff. But the thing that's strange about Cocoa Puff commercials is that Sonny the Cuckoo Bird isn't trying to get the cereal, he's actively trying to avoid it.
Wait, hold on. The great taste of Cocoa Puff. What the fuck? I never thought about that shit. Yo, that just honestly gave me some chills through my whole body. I never thought about the fact that this nigga's trying to actually run away from. Oh my god.
You gotta keep Cocoa Puffs away from me!
If you think about it, Sonny is kind of a
He even knows how shit they are, bro. He knows how garbage they are, bro. Oh my god. He knows that they're Cocoa Puffs.
struggling addict who's desperately trying not to relapse, but fails every time and ends up destroying whatever building he's in and terrifying the people around him.
Can't control myself? I'm going Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs! Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs!
Cocoa Puffs are literally ruining his life, and I think it's kind of weird that that's how General Mills chose to advertise their cereal for children.
That is
but
kind of
whatever.
funny.
These are just silly 30-second kids commercials that are all essentially the same. There's no plot or world building. There couldn't possibly be anything here worth theorizing about. Right? What if I told you that beneath the surface of these colorful cereal advertisements is one of the most dark and complex underlying narratives I have ever seen in a piece of media? A hidden story of addiction, war, betrayal, and a massive conspiracy about the world Sonny lives in that no one has discovered before today. I promise you that after this, you will never be able to watch a Cocoa Puff commercial the same way again. This is the Cocoa Puffs Conspiracy. Oh no, I've been in a car accident! I should call my lawyer.
Oh, hell no. We're getting that.
Morgan & Morgan is the biggest injury law
Jump
firm
ahead.
in America.
Jump
And
ahead.
Bye.
Jump ahead. Get that out of here. We're not getting that. Unless General Mills is giving me a bag, I'm not promoting that.
The very first commercials for Cocoa Puffs aired in 1958 and originally featured 3 children instead of the iconic Cuckoo Bird as their mascot.
All aboard for the Cocoa Puffs train!
This shit old as hell.
It
He said
wasn't until
1897.
1962 that Sonny made his first
62?
appearance as the bird who goes cuckoo whenever he sees Cocoa Puffs.
Bro.
Watch out, because I'm Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs! Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs!
This format was very successful, and Sonny has been the mascot for the brand ever since. Since then, he's gone through many redesigns, but the basic premise has always stayed the same. Sometimes he's joined by children, sometimes he's with his grandpa, but he always ends up going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs despite his best efforts to avoid them.
Up here, I won't go cuckoo for my favorite cereal. I'm Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs!
It wasn't until 2004 that Sonny got his most iconic redesign that he's still known for today. And it's these commercials that I'm going to be focusing on for this theory. The more modern Cocoa Puff commercials introduce us to the world that Sonny lives in, a society inhabited by intelligent talking birds.
No chocolatey and vanilla Cocoa Puffs combos, part of this good breakfast!
And it's surprisingly complex for just being the backdrop of kids' cereal commercials. They have their own bird cities, bird airports, bird legal systems. They even have a bird military.
Extra chocolatey puffs?
Who authorized more chocolatey?
Why do the Cocoa Puff commercial birds need a military? Like, who are they fighting? Are there bird wars? And the entire bird world seems to run on Cocoa Puffs. All the grocery stores sell are Cocoa Puffs. If you go to the opera, they're singing about Cocoa Puffs.
A story of this box right here. Cocoa Puffs.
Even the media seems to be run by Cocoa Puffs.
Extra, new chocolatey vanilla Cocoa Puffs combo cereal.
So obviously, this is a very difficult place for someone trying to beat a Cocoa Puff addiction. No matter what Sonny does or where he goes, he cannot avoid Cocoa Puffs. He tries to ask people for help, but all they want to do is talk about how great Cocoa Puffs are.
How do I escape the great taste of Cocoa Puffs? Why would you want to escape it? Cocoa Puffs are munchy. Crunchy. Stop it!
The only person willing to help him is Gramps, his trusted grandpa, who's been with him since 1962.
Damn. How is he still around?
Cocoa Puffs in this room.
Gramps?
I'm not hiding Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs?
Don't go cuckoo on me, boy.
But even with his help, it's not enough. He tries to go to the store, or the opera, or in a plane, or a deserted island, but wherever he goes, Cocoa Puffs is already there.
Cocoa Puffs!
Sonny even tries to file a restraining order against Cocoa Puffs, but it doesn't work because apparently they're too delicious.
I find you guilty of being delicious.
Sonny is a very tragic character because of just how much Cocoa Puffs are an inescapable, fundamental part of this world.
Must be what it feels
But
like to be addicted.
It isn't always like this. Occasionally, there are these weird outlier commercials that show a different side to this world, where we see these little moments where the bird citizens are just as afraid of Cocoa Puffs as Sonny is. The first time I noticed this was in a commercial for the new Cocoa Puffs chocolate and vanilla combo cereal.
Extra, new chocolatey vanilla Cocoa Puffs combo cereal.
It opens with a newspaper boy announcing the new cereal, but for the first time, people seem kind of disinterested in Cocoa Puffs and just walk past him.
Bro, who is that?
And then the commercial takes a very sudden turn.
When chocolatey and vanilla combine, there's no escape.
Two massive Cocoa Puffs in the sky crash into each other and begin raining down Cocoa Puffs all over the city. The people start screaming and running for their lives as the entire city is consumed by chocolate and vanilla.
Don't go cuckoo! Don't go cuckoo!
But after Sonny goes cuckoo, we cut back and see that everyone is now enjoying the cereal.
New chocolatey and vanilla Cocoa Puffs combos, part of this good breakfast.
Now in bowls everywhere.
Something has changed. This is not a world where everyone has always loved Cocoa Puffs. I think that this is a world that
They
has
have
been
stuff in
taken
them.
over
Oh my God.
by Cocoa Puffs.
It has the stuff
and
in
if
it.
you don't believe me, we get much more explicit confirmation of this in the commercial for the new chocolatey explosion puffs. I've kind of been holding off on showing this one because it is honestly the most insane commercial I have ever seen in my entire life. Like,
No, nah, I need
you
to
are
see
not
it.
prepared for what I am about to show you.
I need
This
to see it
commercial
now.
takes place inside of the Bird military headquarters, where Sonny, as a Cocoa Puffs expert, discusses the dangers of this new type of Cocoa Puffs that's exploding in people's homes.
I'm warning you, it's more chocolatey.
What do you mean more chocolatey?
Yeah.
Picture chocolatey Cocoa Puffs.
Okay.
Even more chocolatey than that!
And the military birds look terrified of this and are treating it like a major threat.
Extra chocolatey puffs?
Who authorized more chocolatey?
Just how chocolatey is it?
And
Bro,
what
look at
happens
this
next
neck.
is... I just...
Bro, how the fuck are you gonna even get a Cocoa Puff down that shit, bro? Like, bro, I think you can't even eat Cocoa Puffs. Like, bro, what the fuck?
I can't even describe it to you. You just have to kind of see it for yourself.
Even more chocolatey than that!
Just how chocolatey is it?
Cocoa Puffs! That's more good extra chocolate! Go for Cocoa Puffs! Go for Cocoa Puffs!
Sonny reveals he secretly brought a box of the explosive Cocoa Puffs into the meeting with him, essentially a bomb that he launches at the military, basically committing Cocoa Puffs domestic terrorism and flooding the entire room with chocolate.
They weren't ready for it. Look at their face, they weren't ready.
And afterwards, we see the main military guy again, except now he seems to be supporting the cereal.
Limited time only.
And even his military stars have been replaced with Cocoa Puffs. Sonny has essentially performed a coup and used Cocoa Puffs to take over the bird military. These commercials are not about trying to sell cereal to kids. They're about the hostile takeover of the bird world from within. But why is Sonny doing this? I thought he was just some guy trying to escape his addiction.
You've got to keep Cocoa Puffs away from me!
Why is he suddenly a sleeper agent working for Cocoa Puffs in this commercial? And who is really behind this takeover?
Yo, this is insane.
At this point, you might be thinking that these are all just a bunch of random, incoherent, one-off commercials with no continuity or logic behind the things happening. You know, they're just a bunch of wacky, random skits made to sell cereal to kids, and we shouldn't really try to understand them. And you'd probably be right until they released a single commercial that fundamentally changed everything we thought we knew about this world. In fact, this commercial gives us so much new evidence that it is the entire reason I decided to make this theory.
Yeah, we gotta
Let's take a look.
This is about to go crazy.
Cocoa Puffs experiment. How long does it take Sunny to go cuckoo for?
Cocoa Puffs?
Immediately, this commercial looks and feels very different than the others. Instead of a bird city, we're inside of a very advanced looking laboratory where Sunny is apparently being experimented on with Cocoa Puffs.
That's real life. That's how they do
So chocolatey! I'm Cocoa Puffs! Cocoa Puffs!
As expected, Sonny goes cuckoo and destroys the lab,
Oh,
but
it
in
only
the
took- it
final
took him-
moments
he
of the
lasted 4
commercial,
seconds.
we pull back to see who's really running the show. Humans. Humans are the ones behind
Yo, this
this
is crazy.
experiment. This world that we thought was only inhabited by intelligent bird people also has humans in it. And now,
No, that nigga's not a human, bro. That's a fucking that is definitely a bird, nigga. Look at that's a toucan. Nigga. That's Toucan Sam. Look at his fucking nose. Holy shit. That nigga has a bigger nose than Sonny, bro. Look at this. And look at his feathers. He definitely has a bird neck too.
with this context, we can finally start to put all the pieces together.
Yo, this is crazy. Wait, what if the humans are trying to take over with the
So here
They're putting
is
stuff
my
in the
theory.
Cocoa Puffs.
This is a world where advanced intelligent humans and bird people separately coexist as global superpowers. And I believe humans are the ones who created the Cocoa Puffs. I think we can assume this because we can see humans are running a lab that is clearly making and testing Cocoa Puffs. We can even see the chemical structure for Cocoa Puffs on the monitor. So that means that humans are responsible for giving Cocoa Puffs to bird society. And clearly their intentions are far beyond just diplomatic trade. Remember what they were testing for.
How long does it take Sunny to go cuckoo for?
Cocoa Puffs?
How long does it take Sunny to go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? They are specifically testing how addictive the cereal is,
Dang,
meaning
that's
humans
crazy.
are intentionally trying to create the
I just had the biggest realization in life. Nigga, this ain't just no cartoon. This ain't no cartoon conspiracy. This is real life. This is real life. Wait, hold on. No matter what did you believe or not, this is real life. Why do you think kids love cereal so much? Wait, no, I'm actually coming to a humongous realization. This is literally them telling us in front of our face. This is them exposing the truth, bro. Bro, make sure to like this video so it stays up because this is like, I'm speaking real facts right now. Like, think about it. No. This is like literally real
most
life.
addictive product they can. In the world of these commercials, Cocoa Puffs are not just a delicious breakfast item. They are a weapon created by humans to brainwash and control an enemy nation's population.
This is real life.
The fictional in-universe cereal is what I mean, not the real-life Cocoa Puffs. Please don't sue me, General Mills. We are
Wait, no, General Mills. Anything I said, all right, now that's out the way.
witnessing an interspecies war between humans and birds, where humans are launching giant Cocoa Puffs at the cities and planting sleeper agents inside of the military. Why is this inside of a cereal commercial? So, these commercials are telling the story of this global Cocoa Puffs war. But I think they're telling it out of order, and this lab commercial is at the start of the timeline, showing us the creation of Cocoa Puffs. The humans used Sunny as a guinea pig to create an extremely addictive cereal, and they even made him the mascot on the box to help sell it to other birds. But why would Sunny go along with this? Well, he doesn't exactly have a choice. Like everyone else, he's just a victim being controlled by the addictive, brainwashing properties of Cocoa Puffs. All they have to do to activate his programming is just say his 3 trigger words: munchy, crunchy, chocolatey, and he goes cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Why don't we discuss your home? Your real home.
Yeah, I remember this episode.
Желание.
I remember this.
17. Crunchy. Развед. Солдат.
Я готов отвечать.
He is the human's perfect sleeper agent, and believe it or not, this has all actually been foreshadowed since the very first Cocoa Puff commercials.
This can't be.
Remember how I said the original 1958 commercials only featured children instead of a bird? Well, that wasn't entirely true.
Yo, is that him in the back?
Forward for the Cocoa Puffs train.
Yo, there's no way.
In the kid's home, we can see a cage holding a bird. From the very start, Sunny has always been a prisoner to humans.
Yo,
and
that's
even the
insane.
70s commercials show us that it was humans who first got Sunny addicted.
Puff, puff, Cocoa Puffs, chocolate tasting Cocoa Puffs, munchy, crunchy, chocolatey.
Cocoa Puffs! Yahoo!
And if you're still not convinced that this is an intentional hidden narrative inside of these commercials, then let me ask you this. Why did they choose to make the mascot of their cereal a cuckoo bird? Sure, it's partially because cuckoo sounds like cuckoo, but I think there's a deeper reason. What are cuckoo birds? They're brood parasites. Instead of raising their young, they secretly lay their eggs into the nest of other bird species, and once the baby cuckoo hatches, they proceed to kill the other birds and take over the nest from within.
Oh,
The
hell
cuckoo
no.
chick instinctively pushes out any other eggs in the nest.
Man, that
They
probably
are
makes some good fried
literally
chicken.
the sleeper agents of birds. This is exactly
insane.
what's happening in these commercials. Humans secretly inserted Sunny into bird society, and he took it over from within,
Yo, this is
just
crazy.
like a cuckoo bird. And the humans didn't just randomly insert Sunny into any old nest. Take a look at the commercial where we see Sunny's grandpa's house.
I keep Shelly from going cuckoo. I'm gonna like Cocoa Puffs in this room.
They're in a hallway full of what I assume are family photos. And if you look closely, you can see a picture of the main military bird. The humans inserted Sunny into a family with a
Bro, that nigga be hitting leg day all the time. Holy shit, he be hitting leg day every day. He got those thick. He got those big chief legs. Damn.
high-ranking military officer, which allowed Sunny to use that connection to get into the military headquarters and perform the coup. And it worked. Everyone hit by Cocoa Puffs instantly loves them. They own the military, their entire economy and legal system runs on Cocoa Puffs. Humans have essentially colonized and taken over all of bird society. They won. So, now that the war is over, I guess the next question is, what happens to Sunny? Well, he's not a prisoner anymore. He's free to live a normal life in a world controlled by humans and eat all the Cocoa Puffs he wants. Except now, unlike all the birds around him, he desperately doesn't want Cocoa Puffs.
You gotta keep Cocoa Puffs away from me!
How do I escape the great taste of Cocoa Puffs?
But
That's
why?
crazy.
Because more than anyone else, Sunny knows the truth about this world. He knows all the horrible things humans have done to bird society, the horrible things he has done to betray his country. So, of course, he would try and reject Cocoa Puffs. But the world he lives in literally runs on the cereal. No matter where he goes, he can't escape his addiction. Remember, he even tried to file a restraining order against Cocoa Puffs in a bird court of law, but the judge refused to... Wait a second.
Judge
Why
Gramps.
is the judge Sunny's grandpa?
Yo, what? Don't tell me that his grandpa was the first OG.
Court now in session. Find you guilty.
His grandpa was the OG.
Sonny, this is a fancy restaurant.
That is clearly Sunny's grandpa. Even his nameplate says Judge Gramps. Wouldn't that be like a major conflict of interest? Like, you can't just be a judge for your own family member's court case, right? And even if we ignore that, isn't Sunny's grandpa supposed to be the one character who's actually on his side?
Keep Sonny from going cuckoo. I'm gonna hide Cocoa Puffs in this room.
Cocoa Puffs?
Don't go cuckoo on me, boy.
Why does he rule against Sunny when he's the only one who's been trying to help him beat his addiction? Maybe we need to take a closer look at Sunny's grandpa. In one of the commercials, we see Gramps trying to help Sunny by hiding the Cocoa Puffs.
I'm gonna hide Cocoa Puffs in this room.
Gramps?
I'm not hiding Cocoa Puffs.
But immediately after, he says this.
I'm not Cocoa. Don't open that door then, cause there's munchy, crunchy, chocolatey Cocoa Puffs in there.
Look at him, he's clearly trying to tempt Sunny into getting the Cocoa Puffs. He even uses Sunny's exact trigger words and has a nefarious smile.
Munchy, crunchy, chocolatey Cocoa Puffs in there.
Gramps doesn't want Sunny to beat his addiction, he just wants Sunny to think that he's on his side, but in reality, Gramps is manipulating him. But why? Because I think Sunny's grandpa is working for the humans. Sunny is the mascot for Cocoa Puffs, and if humans are going to continue to use Cocoa Puffs to control bird society, then they can't have the mascot on the box actively trying to avoid and discredit the cereal.
You gotta keep Cocoa Puffs away from me!
It turns everything chocolatey, and they make me go cuckoo.
So, they use someone close and trusted to Sunny, like his grandpa, to manipulate him into never breaking free of his addiction.
Well, they're munchy and crunchy.
Oh, I'm Cocoa Puffs!
Just look at Gramps' life. He's got a big house, he eats at fancy restaurants, and he's a powerful judge who can seemingly break whatever rules he wants. Gramps is thriving in this human-controlled bird society, and I think it's because he made a deal with the humans to betray his own grandson. And once again, Gramps profiting off of Sunny has been foreshadowed since the very first commercials.
Oil? We're rich.
How you gonna get it up, Gramps?
Sonny can't resist Cocoa Puffs. Here, Sonny.
Yahoo! Cocoa Puffs!
Gramps, Sunny's only parental figure, has always been working against him. But that brings up something else that I've always wondered about. Why is Gramps Sunny's only parental figure? Where are Sunny's parents? Like, even if Sunny was a brood parasite inserted into this family, he'd still have parents before grandparents, right? It feels like someone's missing. This may seem like a pointless question to ask for how little backstory we're given about these characters, but there is actually a single insane hidden detail in one of these commercials that unlocks one final damning part to this theory. Remember those family photos that had the military guy in them? If you look closely, the hallway is full of different bird people, all with boxes of Cocoa Puffs, except for one photo that shows a female bird all by herself. And it's the only photo with no Cocoa Puffs. It's a really weird detail to include, but what's even stranger is that when Sunny is about to open the door to release the Cocoa Puffs, the photo changes to show the woman is afraid for Sunny. Sure, maybe this was just supposed to be a cartoony way to emphasize the danger, but then why is she the only photo that changes? The birds in the photo right next to her are completely indifferent to Sunny's struggle. This feels like the animators are intentionally trying to tell us something about specifically this female bird that we've never seen before. And trust me, I've checked. She doesn't show up in the background of any of the other commercials. So here is the final part of my theory. I think this is Sunny's mother. Maybe his real mother, or maybe his adopted mother from the whole brood parasite thing. Just like Sunny, she was clearly aware of the dangers of Cocoa Puffs and wanted to avoid them. But unlike everyone else, why don't we see her in any of these commercials? I think it's because she tried to protect her son from the dangers of Cocoa Puffs, and the humans who needed Sunny for their plans murdered her because of it. These Cocoa Puff commercials are not just a bunch of funny little cartoons designed to sell cereal to kids. They are a complex, interconnected story about the horrors of war, addiction, family betrayal, and murder. And if after all of this, you still have the fucking balls to leave a comment saying, "Oh, Alex, I think they're just cereal commercials, you're overthinking this," then let me ask you this. Why did they decide to make the characters in these commercials birds? Birds can't eat chocolate. Chocolate is poisonous to birds. The entire bird world is slowly being poisoned by Cocoa Puffs so that humans are the only dominant species on this planet. Or maybe they're just cereal commercials, I don't know.
Yo, this is crazy.
Hello! Thank you for watching. I got a lot more of these stupid, very in-depth, over-the-top fan theories coming out this year, so subscribe to catch those. Or check out the theories I've already made, because there's some good ones in there.
Yo, that was absolutely insane.